Lying on your back, relax your shoulders into the floor. Ensure that your spine is relaxed. This means you will have a small gap under your back. It depends on the angle of your back when you're standing, how much gap you have under here. Some of you will have your back that's higher, some will have it lower. But your back is just relaxed, so you're not tightening through your back, you're not pushing it into the floor, and you're not hollowing it up. Abdominals held tight. Imagine you're being punched. Hold them really solid. Arms then by your side. Sliding one leg away from you on the floor. Make sure your foot stays on the floor. It slides out to straight. Your tummy's really tightly in. And then you slide back in again. Ensure that your abdominal area stays really tight all the way through. We slide out and we slide back in. Tummy really tightly in, sliding and back in. Then we take one arm overhead, tummy really tightly in. Ensure as your arm goes overhead that you don't allow your back to lift off the floor, and you bring it down. The other thing to remember on this one is to keep your arms straight. You want your arm as straight as possible. It may not go all the way over to the floor without bending, so just go as far as you can with your arms straight. You'll get a better stretch through your upper back, and your abdominals still holding you really firm as you do that. Your arms staying straight. Don't allow it to bend as it gets over. Tummy really tightly in. Your back's still relaxed. It hasn't hollowed away from the floor. It hasn't pushed into the floor. And then taking one arm and the opposite leg. So we combine those two exercises, stretching away and back in. Arms stretching, legs sliding. Abdominals pulling really tightly in. Ensure you don't go any quicker than this, and you can go slower. Ensuring that you really feel your abdominals working, holding your whole middle absolutely solid as you do that. We'll do one more. Just sliding the leg, stretching the arm overhead, abdominals really tightly pulled in and back to centre. Then taking your feet and knees together. Tummy really tightly pulled in. We take both knees over to one side, about a quarter of the way over. Your shoulders stay down and then come back up to centre. To feel this is working, put your fingers just inside your hip bones. So find your hip bones, move just inside, press in, and then engage your abdominals and feel the muscle popping up against your fingers. As you then go to the side, feel that that is still tight under both hands as you move to the side, back to centre. Trying to breathe normally all the way through and keeping the muscle underneath your fingers really tight. We'll do one more to the other side and then we'll come back to centre, and the next one we'll take your feet just hip width apart. Fingers can stay on your hip bones. Now abdominals are tight. We're also going to tighten your glutes. Your glutes around here, squeezing these together as well as keeping your abdominal tight, and you can also pull your pelvic floor up. Holding that tight, trying to lift one foot just off the floor, ensuring there's no movement across your hips and your angle of your back hasn't changed. We take it down and then the other side, making sure the trunk stays really, really still. It's very easy for your hip to move as you do this lift. So you're trying to keep your hips absolutely still, keeping your fingers on them so you can feel that they're not moving. And then we'll take that down. If you'd like to repeat this whole sequence again, then you'll just get a better workout depending on how much time you have.